Welcome to Unapologetically Badass, the podcast for women over 40 who are done dimming their light. I'm your host, Renee Carbone-Fleming, coach, queen, and master of the midlife glow up. Solo chats, epic guests, no filter. Let's freaking go. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unapologetically Badass. Today, I am so super freaking thrilled to have an amazing woman with us. Today's guest survived a war, rebuilt her life in a new country, and rose to become a CEO. This is not a business interview. This is a story of grit, trauma, faith, rebuilding, and turning pain into power. So welcome, Kristina Kajic, to Unapologetically Badass. I mean, you are a total badass, so I'm so thrilled to have you here.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine, and I love the name of your podcast.
Thank you. I think everyone has that badass queen inside of them, and it's just the fact of owning it. When we were off camera, we were talking about, I am the fucking authority. Like, we just have to own that we are the authority of our lives and unapologetically show up.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The moment that you show up for yourself and just take authority of your own life and block all outside noise and opinions is when you start thriving.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of opportunity, circumstances, where you come from, experience, you thrive because you're owning your space.
Yep, absolutely. That's why I created this platform, because once I got to the point where I shed the expectations that either I thought people had on me or that I put on myself to be like somebody else, once I let that go, I was like, girl, game on.
And that's hard. That's hard because we've been programmed to care about other people's opinions. Like, you go to school and there's a system that you go through, and it's like we all go through it. So we are all programmed to kind of care, but there comes a point in life where you're like, it's either I'm going to be stuck in this cycle of other people's opinions of me, or I'm going to step outside of this cycle, take ownership, and create and do and just be passionate about my life, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be business.
Yes, exactly. Just in general. Yes. So take us back. Okay. So tell us who Kristina Kajic is. Like, take us back, because you were born in another country.
I was. It's so funny because I never actually, you started this talking about trauma, and I really never go back and tell my story from the get-go because there's so much there to unravel and unfold, and there's so much generational trauma and just healing that I had to go through. So I'm really excited to talk about this because I think that a lot of people will be able to relate in their own ways with their own stories. Not everybody goes through a war story, a journey like I did, but everyone has their own journey. And I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to the same thing, and it's grit. It's, do you want to outgrow the circumstances and dive into your own power and just become who you are destined to be and own it? Or are you just going to be stuck? Like, no matter what your story is.
Yeah.
And for me, my story genuinely just began when I was 9 months old, and I was a baby at that time. So for me, I didn't feel the repercussions of the war until my adolescent years, because as a child, you go through things and you don't process because you're just a kid. You're just having fun and you're just going through life, and mom and dad can worry about paying the bills and whatever. That's not your place, right? So I was cool growing up. But the story really for me started when I was 9 months old. Croatia and Bosnia went to the Yugoslavian War, and my dad was a general in that war, and he served our country, Croatia, for 7 years. Wow. And so because I was a baby and my brother at that time was only 3.5 years old, my mom was forced to take my brother and I and just kind of take us to safety. Because it was an extremely horrific war. It went down in history as one of the worst wars in history. So my dad went off to war. My mom took my brother and I. We lost our home somebody bombed our home. So we were homeless. We didn't have anything. She didn't have diapers. She didn't have formula. She would always tell me, I just stopped breastfeeding you a month prior to this. And then I didn't have food for you. And there's nowhere I could buy food for you. And it's not like I can just give you bread to chew. You got no teeth. Wow. She was like, it was the worst thing to go through with a baby because you have needs for your infant.
Right.
And she took us and we went to a refugee camp. And we basically went from refugee camp to refugee camp. So as the war progressed, we had to move to different refugee camps. And she was trying to get us out of the country. She was trying to get us to Germany because it was the closest. And at that time, Germany was taking in immigrants. Mm-hmm. So finally, after about a year of being in refugee homes and living literally in tents, like camping, like camping vibes. Like I have a picture somewhere. I wish I had it in front of me. Like these are camping vibes. Like you got tent beside tent and you're out in a forest.
Wow.
And then you have the American relief aid people, right, coming and bringing us food and formulas and just giving us everything we need. So I'm just like forever indebted to the American military because they saved my life. Wow. They saved my family's life and they saved millions of lives. And it's so incredible because I met a wonderful lady. I'm not sure if you know her. Her name's Krista. She's part of Bella Grace. And her husband served in a mission that was bringing us and providing us food and resources and medical aid at that time. And he actually lost his life. Wow. So I thought it was such a full circle moment to have somebody whose husband served that mission to helping people and kids like myself. And then he ended up losing his life. And it was just like so miraculous to me. I was like, your husband saved my life.
Oh my gosh. I remember hearing that story on a call.
Yeah, I was like, your husband saved my life. This is unbelievable. Like, what a moment for them as a family to know, like, this is, and she has like 3 kids. It's like, this is what my dad did. He helped somebody.
Wow.
I'm here because of people like you. Wow. I thought it was so crazy.
So you learned grit and determination from your mom really early on.
Oh, really early on. We didn't really have a choice. It was just like in us. Like, you just have to
survive.
It's day by day movement. So we ended up in Germany and we were in Germany for about 6 months and then they kicked us out. So they hit a toll and they were like, all right, we're done with people. You guys have to go. So we were again homeless, getting kicked out of the country. And here's my mom again with the 2 of us not knowing what to do. Like, what do I do now? I legally have to leave. And luckily my mom comes from a really big family. She has like 10 brothers and sisters.
Oh, wow.
Well, not living anymore. Half of them lost their lives in that war. And her brother had moved to Canada at the same time that we sought asylum in Germany. So he filed all the legal paperwork for us and we got accepted. And we got on a plane and her brother purchased our flights. We got on a plane and we moved to Canada. So all the way overseas in Canada.
Wow.
And that's really when my journey started all over again, because that was home for the first time in my entire life. At that time, I was already like 3 years old. And keep in mind, during this entire time, there is not a single word of my dad.
Right.
So because war 30 years ago is not war now. Like there's no
cell phones. There's no way of communicating, knowing what's going on.
Yeah, there's not
where you are.
I'll call you next Friday.
Right.
No, that was not the case at all.
Oh my God.
So 7 years goes by.
Wow.
My mom is a single mom to 2 kids. We're living in the projects in Hamilton, Canada. She's working jobs, trying to figure it out. We're like going back and forth between my aunt's houses, just like juggling it, figuring it out, right? You're just gotta do what you gotta do. Eating beans every day. I mean, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, but we're still happy. We're alive, we're happy, we have a new home and we're figuring it out. And 7 years goes by and my mom actually 6 years goes by. My mom actually gets a call that my dad was murdered. And we didn't have a body. But we did fly back to Croatia and we had a funeral for him, buried some of his beautiful like memories that we had with him. Well, she had with him, some photos, But, we said our goodbyes, and that was kind of another chapter that we had to go through. And then we came back to Canada, and a year later, so 7 years into this journey, my dad knocks on our door. I kid you not.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. I'm like in grade 2. This man knocks on our front door. I've never seen him. I left when I was 9 months old, never talked to him, didn't know who he was. My mom had like 2 photos of him, so I didn't even know what he looked like. My brother had like vague memories because he was already a toddler. Yeah. And my brother actually opened the door, and my mom, we lived in a very small apartment. My mom kind of looked over and she saw my dad. And the first, listen to this. This is really cute now. The first thing he says to her is, "I hope you didn't remarry."
Oh,
bless him. And she, of course, like passes out, blacks out. And of course, my mom is like one of those angelic women that was born in 1963, just like loves her husband to death, wouldn't remarry if Brad Pitt showed up. She'd be like, okay, like, I'm good for life. Okay. Yeah. And again, we're finding ourselves at a brand new chapter of life. Now we got to rebuild, and this man is just a part of our life.
Oh my gosh. And you have to learn to, like, now you're getting to know your father for the first time.
For the first time, I have this male figure in my life.
Right.
To do with it. And now that I'm an adult, I'm like, that was so difficult.
Yeah.
Because I have a 7-year-old daughter now, and I'm like, she's already a little girl.
Right. Could you imagine then thrusting somebody into her life and going, here, this person's going to be taking care of you?
Yeah, he's just a part of your life now.
Yeah.
So crazy. But his story was, he was held in prison in a Bosnian underground prison. And he was tortured for a very, very long time. And then ultimately they escaped. Him and a couple more people escaped, and they had to just go silent to be able to, get out on the side. But it was a brutal war. My dad really, really went through it during that war. And luckily to this day, he's doing really well. He's doing great. He's thriving. Wow. And Mom went through it on her own, in her own journey of the war, figuring life out in a foreign country, not speaking the language, right. Not having not having a degree, and having 2 little kids, having to figure it out. But that's just like one story of so many. Like, there's so many stories that are just like mine, from Croatia and Bosnia and Serbia, and now Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
Everywhere, all around the world.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what a blessing though to have such strength in your parents that seems to have,
and their strength ultimately like installed the grit and the hard work and step into your authority, like go get it. Because if you don't go get it, you're gonna be broke. Simple as that.
Right. And so that's the thing, is like, people need to understand, no one's going to hand it to you. Nobody handed you any of the success or anything that you had. And your mom too, and your dad. They had to freaking work really damn hard to figure it out.
No one is going to come to save you. No one is going to heal you. No one is just going to magically take away any trauma you've been through. No one is going to fix broken relationships for you. No one is going to mend broken bridges for you. No one is going to pay your mortgage month after month after month. Maybe you'll have a friend jump in 1 month, but they won't be able to do it again in a second. No one is going to take care of you if you don't take care of you first.
Yep. Absolutely.
And they had to learn that because they were forced. And then my brother and I had to learn that because we watched them do it. And again, they were making minimum wage. Like, they're just an upcoming family in Canada now. But, we're doing okay at this point. My dad's working. My mom's working. I started working at 13, delivering newspapers.
Really? I had a newspaper route. I did newspaper route when I was a kid too.
Did you really?
I have been working, same. I have been working forever.
Yeah, that was my allowance.
Yep.
I would never ask my parents to buy me anything because I knew we were always financially struggling. But delivering the newspapers at 4:00 in the morning in Canada when it's freezing cold outside. is no joke. Would
Right.
not recommend. Like
No.
another side hustle. That ain't it. That's not it. But
No.
I'd be able to save up and buy my own. I was really good in track. That was my escape. I was really good at sports, basketball, track and field. That was my jam. That was
Oh.
therapy.
Okay.
I was on that field every single day.
Really?
And I would take that money to be able to buy myself the best running shoes. And I was the fastest one in school. That was my outlet to just show them that I am somebody in this classroom and in this school and in this country. Like I might be an immigrant girl that, sometimes comes to school smelling like homemade food because that's where I come from, but I'm not like worthless. And
Yeah.
you struggle with that. And then you struggle with bullying. And sports was my outlet and I thrived. I was so good.
Oh, wow.
I was so good. And my coaches would always tell my parents that, I had huge potential, but they just didn't have the money to, support that because it's really expensive if you want your child to go further into sports.
Yeah.
But that's where it started. I started working at 13. Figured it out. My parents ended up making enough money to purchase a restaurant back home. Their goal was always to retire and go back home.
Wow.
So they purchased a restaurant on a private island in Croatia. And we moved back home when I graduated high school.
Wow.
And it was the best. It was so much fun because I wanted to do college in Europe.
Yeah.
So I loved it. And I love Europe. I love the culture. I love the food. I love everything there.
I'm dying to go to Croatia. I hear it's beautiful.
Yeah, we should go. I'm seriously considering putting an incentive together for Croatia.
Oh, that would be amazing. I
think it's so cool. It's like one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to. Yeah. I know I sound biased. I know. It's
well, you'll be the tour guide. Take us around.
So then, I went to and I worked at this restaurant for my parents. Didn't get a paycheck ever.
Yeah.
My dad had some employees, they would get paid, but I'd have to peel potatoes every morning at 5 a.m. and clean the fish and the guts, and it was disgusting. But that's what I did every single day for like 5 years. I hustled at this in this restaurant. It was like from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day you're working. If it's not summertime, you're in school, then after school, you're going to work. You're building a family business.
Yeah. But isn't that think about today's youth and the perhaps lack of that family work ethic, right? Like when we were growing, you did it for the family, period. There was no like, well, how much you going to pay me? No, you're going to freaking do this.
You don't even expect a paycheck.
No.
Yeah. You want new shoes, you're going to work.
Yes. Yep. I love that. I love that.
Just you provide for your family. It's a family business, right? Where we've got each other's backs. We always have. This is how we operate. And right now, at that time, we were in a position where we were doing pretty well. My parents were doing pretty well. But it was never expected from my brother or myself. Like never. Like they deserve it all. Like go retire and have the best life ever.
Yeah.
But when I turned 21, it was my birthday. Here's another story. You're gonna go crazy. My parents sat me down and they hand me a check. And I look at them and my heart dropped. I will never forget this moment because my first question was, are you guys dying?
Oh, right.
Like, why are you handing me a check? What's going on? What's wrong with you? And they were like, no, we're okay. What's wrong with you? Why are you asking this? And I'm like, this is a large sum of money. Like, why are you giving me this? And they were like, first of all, happy birthday. Second of all, we're not dying. Third of all, this is the money that you have earned all of these years working at the restaurant. And we never paid you because we never believed at that time when I was younger that you were going to do something wise with the money. So we saved it for you. Now
I'm going to cry.
I know. And they're like, now we think you're going to do something wise with this. And we want you to go live your life and do big things. And I'm like, cool. I'm 21. They just handed me a nice check.
Literally am. That is the most beautiful. Oh my gosh.
It was awesome. Changed my life. I mean, that's really when my journey started blossoming with business.
Wow.
And I took the check and I ran to my room and I locked the door just in case. I was like, don't change your mind.
Yeah.
And the next morning I wake up and I'm the first one in line at the bank to cash this check. Like 8 a.m. I'm standing there. I'm waiting for you. I got business to do with this bank. And I cash the check. And what would any girl do?
Shop.
I go shopping.
Yeah.
I go shopping. I buy myself all the things.
Yeah.
All the cute clothes, all the shoes, all the makeup, everything I wanted. Okay. And I spent like $1,000. And I thought it was like
millions.
Sex in the City, Jessica Parker, like I'm the girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my head, it was like the biggest thing ever. And then I come home and I'm like, well, what now?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like sitting on this for like a week and I'm like, well, what do I want to do? Like, what is the next step? And that was the first time I asked myself, like, what is the next step for me? Like, I do want to do something. I want to do something big. I know I'm destined to do something big. This is not where my story is supposed to end, work at a restaurant for the rest of my life. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And about a week later, some of my family came to visit, and one of my cousins, actually, she has cerebral paralysis. Is that what it's called in English? It's
cerebral palsy.
That's right.
Yep.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. I was a Croatian in me. I don't know.
That's okay. It's all good.
It's the English term of it, but I can give you the Croatian word. And we just hung out, had a beautiful family time. A couple of weeks later, she passed away. She was 9 at that time. And it just hit me so hard that, this 9-year-old just passed away. She was my first cousin, the most beautiful soul, nonverbal, in a wheelchair, but just like, when eyes just she looks at you and you're just the most loved human.
Yeah.
And it affected me in such a interesting way because I've never really met children that were different at that high of a level. And in that moment, I was like, okay, I think I know what I want to do. And about a week later, I started a nonprofit organization in Croatia where I put all that money and hired doctors and nurses and rehab, everything for these children with disabilities, children on the spectrum, autism spectrum, any disability that you could think of. This was their gym. This is where they could come and work out and thrive and get the care that we didn't have in Croatia at that time. Like we didn't have that. Wow. Like in the US, you can go anywhere and you have help.
Right.
I was the very first rehab facility for children with disabilities.
Wow. Oh, I knew this.
Yeah. And I'll send you some pictures later. Yeah. And I took that money and I just poured it into these nurses and doctors who could help these kids. Wow. And they were thriving and they did so good. And we took off because there was a lot of kids who needed that assistance and that help, and parents who needed that, that help that couldn't financially afford it, to go to Germany and to go to our outside countries to get help for their children. Yeah. So today I actually still have that nonprofit. There's now over 30.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and kids all around Europe come and get the help that they need and the treatment that they need. And that was the biggest thing, like even bigger than Bella Grace. Like that was the biggest thing that I've ever done where I felt so fulfilled. Like my purpose, chef's kiss, this is it. And they're thriving and they're doing good. And that was the first thing I did with that money. And another chapter closed. And that's when I really ventured into business, because then I was like, okay, I gotta make money to be able to support all of this. So I can't just like end it here. It's not going to operate. And that's when I ventured into network marketing.
Really? So what was your first network marketing company? We all have a story, Kristina.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that. I can't name them.
Okay. Yep.
Name them. I can't name them, but I will say my journey ventured into network marketing. Okay. And then I kind of went to a couple of different companies, and I really found myself, I can name this company. I really found myself in a company called Jeunesse, which today also sold. And, but I found myself there, and I was fortunate enough to be very close to corporate.
Okay.
So I got to see it all. I got to see the beauty of network marketing. Keep in mind, I'm young, right? I'm introduced to network marketing. I'm young. I'm 36 today. Like I was 24. Like I was young. And I got to see the beautiful side of network marketing, especially in Europe, especially in an Eastern European country where we don't have opportunity like we have today.
Yeah.
Like this was a big deal.
Right.
So I saw the beauties of network marketing, loved it, because there was opportunity for people like myself. There was opportunity there for people like my mom.
Right.
Like now I ask her, Mom, had you had Bella Grace when the war started, how would your life be different? And she was like, honey, I would have done anything for $200 extra
right.
to be able to just work one less job and stay home with you and your brother.
Yep. Bingo.
So there was so much beauty that I loved about it.
Yeah.
And because I was so close to it, there was so much that I didn't love about it. And network marketing is a space it's been around for a very long time, and it's always run. We're having a very transparent conversation. This might get me in trouble. It's always run by the same people, same corporations, the big guys who made all this money doing Lord knows what. You know, they're running it and they're playing all the cards. That like, it's their game. And I didn't like that because I thought there was so much to network marketing that I could contribute to, but I just was not a voice. I didn't have the experience that anyone had. I didn't have the knowledge and the expertise that everyone have. I didn't have the biggest downline. I didn't have the big checks, but there was so much that I knew that I could bring to the table, but I didn't have a voice. Like, you're not there yet, you know? And I remember telling my husband one time, I was like, you know, one day I think I want to start a company like this, but I think I want to do it very differently. And I think I want to bring the heart back to the industry. I want to bring transparency back to the industry. And I want this industry to be accessible to everyone again. Because for generations now, for decades now, we've been saying how network marketing is accessible to everyone. But my question is it really?
Right.
Is it really equally accessible for you and me and people who've been here for 35 years and know the owners of any big company? Is it really an equal opportunity? And it drove me crazy. And a couple of months later, I was on a plane and I was like, I'm going to start my own company. Wow. And my husband looked at me and he said, you're crazy. And I was like, you know what? It was a pivotal moment in my life. I said, it's either I'm going to invest into real estate. Sometimes I wonder, maybe I should have done that.
Might have been a whole lot easier, but not as fulfilling for sure.
It's either I'm going to invest in real estate or I'm just going to start my own company and see what happens. And he was like, you're crazy. And then I was like, and I want to do it differently. And he was like, okay, how differently? And I said, okay, I want to bring influencer marketing into network marketing and merge these worlds together. And he was like, you're absolutely crazy. I'm not funding this. And I was like, no, I'm funding it. To make it even better, I'm funding it. And he was like,
Kristina, can we just pause for a second? Because I want women to hear this. You're like, no, you're not funding it. I'm funding it. Mic drop. Boom.
No, I'm funding it. I need your brain power because you've got a lot of experience. So I will leverage you, but I'm funding it and it's mine. And I'm going to make it right.
Wow.
And that moment, like we started this podcast by saying like, you own it. And in that moment, I was like, I'm all in. I'm all in. It's game over. I'm all in. And I kid you not, I launched Bella, like I started this company like a year before it even came out to the public. And I walked into the industry and I was like, bitches, get out of my way.
Wow.
I was like, you have no idea who just entered the chat.
You woke something up. Here we go.
I was like, it's game over for all of you.
Yeah.
And we would have these big conferences and I would tell them, I was like, you're going to go out of business. You're going to go out of business. You're going to go out of business. And I'm this little, I'm 110 pounds. Okay. Okay. Right. These are grown men.
Yes. Yeah.
Like 65-year-old men who've been in the industry for 40 years. And I'm like, you're going to go out of business and you're going to go out of business. You don't know what you're doing. And they were like, they didn't even know what to do with me. Cause like, what are you going to say to a little girl?
Right. Oh my gosh.
And behold, it's all started happening. It all started happening. And I was like, you all don't see it. you don't get it. Like, you are network marketing from the 1920s.
Yes.
This is not how we do business anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, because I'm young, I get it better than you do.
Yeah.
Because I'm young, I think I know a little bit more about skincare than you do. You're a 70-year-old man.
Right. Right. Yep.
And that's when I really started speaking up. I was like, this is what I can bring to the table.
Yeah.
This is what I have to say. And that's what I would like everyone to like walk away with. What do you know that I don't?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know something that I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And you thrive somewhere that I don't.
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, a gift from God for all of us. Like, everyone is just so different. And there's something that you can bring to this table that I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
The difference is between us and I wish everyone the best. And I really think there's enough for everyone to win. It's just a mindset and a mentality of business and how you're going to operate. That's what I really think separates us from everyone else. I want that collaboration.
Right.
I want the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I want the time where I'm going to have a podcast with you and you're going to tell me, hey, I think this would work really good in our business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I will take that information. And if it's great, if it makes sense, I will implement it.
Yeah.
And now we're all collaboratively building this space from ground zero all over again.
Right.
But it's flourishing. And that's what we're experiencing with Bella Grace. Like, it's growing, and it's not just the company that's growing. It's the space that got this facelift.
Well, and that's what made this so, you know, attractive to me, is because I felt that this space was different. And I've been part of companies and people talk about family and they talk about, you know, having a heart, but you resonated the true grit and the realness of why you wanted to start something, and you wanted this space to be different, and you wanted to really freaking impact people's incomes because you see it, you know it can happen. So it's just an amazing place.
It's like common sense at this point. It's common sense to me at this point. Who doesn't need the income? Who doesn't need the extra cash?
Right.
I mean, we could go down the network marketing route any day and say, okay, Christmas is around the corner. Yeah. That's not even, that's just real life. That's facts.
Right.
Like,
right.
Everyone needs that income. And how can I help be a cause of good? How can I help that mom bring $200 home for her children? Right. How can I take it back to my trauma and what I've been through with my family? And how can I take the worst that happened to me in my life and make the best out of it?
Yeah.
For other families. And that's what started happening. And I think the most important thing to me, and it's so funny because I said this to my therapist the other day, the most important thing to me is to just not take my eyes off the ball. Mm-hmm. We're doing such a good thing here, and it's so powerful. I never want to lose sight of what really matters.
Right.
And what really matters is the impact. What really matters is, even if you just help one family, you've done so much.
Yep, 1000%. I recently wrote a book because we all, like you said, no matter people's circumstance. And I wrote a book recently sharing my ish in life. And I didn't do it to become a New York Times bestseller. I did it because I wanted other women to see that no matter your circumstance, no matter your income, no matter any of it, if you have a goal and you want something different, you can go out there and fucking do it. Everything is figure outable. And you've created a space where people don't even have to invest money in order to make money. Yeah. That is a huge thing. Yeah. And not only with just Bella Grace, but influencing you, and like your brain just keeps on going, okay, how else? What else can we do to help people, whether it's man, a woman, a teenager, to make money and change their circumstance today?
Yeah. I agree. First of all, I think we figure it out later. I even tell my little girl, she's into gymnastics, I'm like, just do it and we'll figure out how, right? We'll figure out later. Just go do that flip. And then later when we come home, we're going to go over it over and over and over again until it's perfect. But don't be afraid to do it.
Right. Right.
And that's my motto in life. I do it every day. And sometimes I don't know if I'm doing the right things, but I'm just doing them. And if I make a mistake, I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
but I'll figure it out. And
Right.
it's not that scary. At least we're moving and doing something.
Yeah.
Nothing in life is as scary as being completely broke and being in a tent with your children. Okay. Nothing compares to that type of scary, or God forbid, having sick kids. You know,
Yeah.
there's lots of scary things
Yeah.
that can happen.
Yeah.
This ain't tragic, people.
Yeah.
This is not tragic.
Yeah.
Stepping out and owning your power and starting your own business and starting something that's bigger than you is not scary.
Right.
The process can sometimes be tempting, like, oh my gosh, yeah, a little bit of fear, get it, but it's positive fear.
Right.
The fear, in my opinion, is always there because you're actually doing something, you're creating change. And for me, the fear was always the opinions.
Yes.
I'm always afraid, like, even to this day, sometimes I question, I'm like, oh my gosh, if we do this, what is the space going to say about us? Because it's so out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And half the times I like talk myself into these things, but I talk myself out of these things too, because the moment you stop thinking about other people, like, you're not creating change unless you got people hating you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not creating change
Mm-hmm.
unless people are talking ish about you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not creating change unless people like dream about you and have nightmares about you, and you're just like, you're consuming their brain. You're not creating change unless the haters outpower the lovers. Like, there's
Yep.
so many haters out there,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I close my doors, and the love at home is all that I need. I
Right.
don't need anyone else loving me. I'm on a journey that I believe is right. It's humble. It's accurate. I'm doing the right things, surrounded with great people.
Yeah.
We're creating impact. We're creating change. We're changing people's lives. And in my opinion, that outweighs the negativity every day.
1000%. And that's the thing, is you keep your blinders on. No matter, we know that there's going to be people that's going to talk about us and whatever, they can do whatever they want, but we know that we are on a mission to help others.
Mhm.
And by doing that, we just keep moving forward.
For sure. For sure. And I think it's also important for people to know, like, you can't expect success to hit you overnight. It's not going to happen. Like, we're 3 years into this company, and we're still every day. You wake up every day and you go to work every day.
Yeah.
We're
Yep.
3 years into this company, and we're just a baby, right?
Yep.
It's not like I'm writing myself millions of dollars. I'm not. Fun fact, I pour everything back into the company because this company is more important to me than money. Like, it's a debt-free company, and I have never, ever, not once yet, taken a check out of the company.
Wow.
So I'm not having this conversation because I'm getting paid for it.
Right.
I'm having this conversation because it's going to take us to the next step where I want this company to be.
Yes. Yes.
And that's where I feel the heart prevails, because how important is it to you? And are you willing to give up your resources to step up and be the leader that the industry needs you to be?
Right.
And the answer for me was yes, I'm willing to do for however long it takes
Mm-hmm.
for us to be that biggest voice.
And that's what resonates so strongly for this company. And I want people to hear this loud and proud, because you come from a place of wanting to help others. This isn't a come join this company.
Mm-mm.
It is come join the movement, because we have something bigger, better, more heartfelt than anything out there. And the best part is nobody has to do this alone. Like, we have a group, and you've created a space where there's, insiders, like, as leaders, people have access. It's just amazing how anybody has access to you and anyone else in corporate. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a movement. You said it, and it's change. And I think we're not just talk.
Right.
We're
Right.
not just talk. And the thing is, we can prove it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's you that has to take that leap of faith and be like, and it's free. So you lose nothing by us proving it. Right.
Right.
I can
Right.
prove it. I can prove to you that I'm not just talking about it.
Yeah.
I can prove to you that I am stronger than the 70-year-old men up there.
Yeah.
I do it every day, and I'm not afraid of it. So it's just like that leap of faith, because there's so many opportunities and there's been so much change in network marketing. There's a lot of instability out there, and people are afraid. But with Bella Grace, I always tell people you're one decision away, and this is your decision. Like it's either you're going to go to the top with us, like you're going to create the change, or you're not. So it's really, the question is not how much money are you only going to make? The question is how much change do you want to make?
No, I love that. I love that. So many women are in the season of, rebuilding, whether it's financially, it's emotionally, spiritually. And I know people will connect with your story. So if somebody hears this and they want to learn more about, our mission, becoming a customer or building a business, where do you think they should start?
I think that people should start with if you have if you want more information, reach out to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's
Yes.
she's
Of course,
she's
yes.
a click away. She's a click away. Call her, call me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whoever you want, call both of us. We'll both gladly get on a Zoom with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll feed you with a fire hose of information about the company, about the products, whatever it is. I would love for people to be a product of the product, because I think that
Yeah.
our products are so different. Our products are not manufactured by network marketing manufacturing facilities that manufacture the same thing for companies over and over again. Nope, we're the only company in the space that has a manufacturing company. We're their only network marketing company they work with. And they're $1 billion manufacturer. Okay, so our products are top notch.
They really are. I can't scream enough about it. I just can't. And in fact, it was so funny because this morning I'm getting ready. And like I said, I'm going to be 56 next month. And one of the things that really made me go, holy moly, I lost the crow's feet that I had on my chest. They're gone. I'm like, that's right there.
As a woman, we all know the chest situation.
Yep. I'm like, it's gone. This is unbelievable. So yeah, I can't even, you're absolutely right. You have to be a product of the product. Like it is phenomenal. And when you try it and you experience it and you stay consistent.
I lost you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, finally. I'm sorry.
There we go. No. It'll be on my side. But yeah, it's always
try the product, and then if you want more information on business, we're here. But I want you to love the products first. And again, it's more of a conversation about how much change do you want within yourself, with your health, and then how much change do you want with your checks and how much income you want to bring home. The conversation's right here. We're more than happy to have it.
More than happy. Well, Kristina, I cannot thank you enough for your time, sharing your journey, sharing your heart with the listeners, and really with all of us at Bella Grace and beyond. You are an absolute blessing to so many, and really glad that you decided to go all fucking in and just love this space, because it's just amazing.
You know what I love, Renee? I love that I'm not the only one that's all in now. Like, we have this community of people that are just like,
yep. Boom! Watch out, people. We're knocking down fucking walls, and you don't like it? Move out of our way.
Crushing it. I'm loving it. It's the best.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Please be sure to follow Kristina. Wait till you follow her TikTok. She is really crushing it on social media. She is just an absolute inspiration. So be sure to follow Kristina. Contact us if you have any questions, and we will see you on the next Unapologetically Badass. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Well, that's a wrap for today, Queen. If you love this episode, hit subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your fastest friend. Stay bold, stay badass, and wear the damn crown.